Hey basketball guys, we have news. Let's go to more news from the Golden State Warriors, but before that, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. The Warriors have faced several issues this season, and coach Steve Kerr has often made some bad decisions in the rotation. While we have several young, talented players, they haven't helped Stephen Curry much. Cast changes, reformulations, all of this can occur during the season. Fans want improvements in this team that has been NBA champion several times. Rumors, Warriors and Lakers do business and Rui Hachimura will arrive in Francisco. Many believe it's too late for the Golden State Warriors to salvage their season. The Warriors could blow up their roster and close their title window by trading a four-time NBA champion to the Los Angeles Lakers. There are drastic moves being proposed for the Warriors to try and get themselves out of this current predicament, not that the front office appears too eager on making any significant decisions before the February 6 trade deadline, Blue Man Hoops Peter O'Keefe wrote Thursday. This blockbuster deal sending Green, Kyle Anderson, and Buddy Hield to the Lakers for Rui Hachimura, Gabe Vincent, Jared Vanderbilt, Christian Wood, one 2029 first-round pick, and two 2025 second-round picks, might be much less about basketball and more about rivalry. Is Joe Lacob really going to tick off on sending Green to the Lakers, particularly after pushing so hard to bring LeBron James to the Bay last year? The 2029 first-round pick could be really valuable, but none of the four players coming in really excite you from a Warrior standpoint. Golden State may consider trading Green at some point, but actually sending him to the Lakers would be a whole different conversation. Green played an underrated role for the Warriors during their four successful title quests under Steve Kerr. As a bruiser who won't shy away from contact and can playmake adequately, the Michigan State product forces opponents to respect his versatile skill set. However, it's safe to say the Warriors' dynasty is a thing of the past, causing the 6'6" forward's future with Golden State to be in jeopardy. Considering that Green and James are fond of each other, Los Angeles wouldn't be an unrealistic trade destination for the Warriors legend. Green could make life easier for the aging Lakers superstar on both ends, while giving the franchise a proven winner with multiple titles on his resume. Perhaps Green will land with the Lakers before the February 6 trade deadline. Warriors' nightmare scenario for 2025 NBA trade deadline. Golden State needs to trade at least one player. It's been a tough season for the Golden State Warriors. After a promising 12-3 start, injuries caught up and negatively affected their depth. As a result, the team has now fallen to the 11th seed after becoming the top team in the West at one point in the season. Skip ad. Offensively, Steph Curry has been delivering the goods. However, he seems to have little to no reliable reinforcements to put some points on the board on a consistent basis. With the trade deadline approaching, the Warriors front office has another chance to finally land a major superstar in the midst of Curry's final years in the NBA. With the pressure on, it's a safe bet that the team is expected to take a major swing prior to the deadline. However, not every trade deadline ends up with a favorable result. For this piece, let's take a look at the Warriors' nightmare scenario for the 2025 NBA trade deadline. Warriors give no help to Stephen Curry. With the Warriors currently as good as a play-in team, there's no question that the team needs some offensive firepower to surround Curry. Now that the trade deadline is approaching, the front office has a chance to make some much-needed upgrades. But while Curry is having another stellar season, the Warriors don't exactly have much help offensively besides him. Should the Warriors not make any changes, the team risks missing out on the postseason for the second straight year. In fact, it would be a nightmare scenario for the team to not be able to land a third star. As early as the offseason, the Warriors were expected to make a major swing for an all-star caliber player. The list included Zach LaVine, Nikola Vucevic, Lauri Markkanen, Brandon Ingram, etc. However, the front office opted to stay put and placed their trust on the team's young guns. With injuries coming into play and a sophomore slump by Brandon Podziemski, their hot start quickly turned into a major collapse. By now, Golden State would have realized that a third star might be essential in maximizing Curry's closing window. Otherwise, it would look like another Herculean effort for Curry that will go to waste. It's not a fitting end anyone wants to witness for the best shooter in the world, as he enters the twilight zone of his career. However, the Warriors need to be ready to make some sacrifices. Superstars available in the trade market are aiming to receive a haul of building blocks for their future, whether in the form of draft picks or promising prospects. And like the Warriors, other contenders are also keen on making upgrades. It would be a huge blow to their championship chances if they miss out on their high-profile targets, the same way they did in the offseason. Andre Iguodala tags Kevin Durant as the most talented player in NBA history. Andre Iguodala reflects on the Warriors' dynasty with Stephen Curry and Kevin Durant. In a segment on The Oggs Show, ex-NBA champion Andre Iguodala gave some heavy praise to his former teammate Kevin Durant. Not only did Iguodala tag him as the best scorer ever, but he also named him the most talented NBA athlete of all time. Without Steph, none of this happens because he was there first. We all understand that, and that's all that matters, said Iguodala. But you just said it, KD is the best basketball scorer of all time, most talented basketball player of all time. I've never seen anything like this, said Iggy in his recent appearance on the OG's podcast. Iguodala, a 1x All-Star, was there for the height of the Warriors' run and played a consistent role on the wing alongside Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, and Kevin Durant. And while Iggy recognizes Durant's role in it all, he credits Curry as the one who made it all possible. I have to say, Steph is the reason for all of it. But if you don't have Draymond who he is, Klay who he is, and if you don't have me who I am, none of it happens either. We just had a special group, it's like lighting in a bottle. The Warriors were at their peak in 2017 and 2018, when they won back-to-back championships in some of the most dominant seasons ever. Durant, who averaged 25.8 points per game for the Warriors, was essential to the team and he won 2 Finals MVPs to show for it. As a 14x All-Star, 4x scoring leader, and 2x champion, Kevin Durant is undoubtedly one of the greatest scorers ever and his arrival to the Warriors made them practically unbeatable. But even after winning his first championship in 2017, the Warriors were still Steph Curry's team and he set the tone for everything they did. With career averages of 24.7 points, 4.7 rebounds, and 6.4 assists per game on 47.2% shooting, Curry is a generational superstar who helped define an entire generation of Warriors basketball. With his unprecedented shooting and shot-making, Curry not only led the Warriors to a historic run, he changed the NBA forever, exposing the true power of the three-pointer. Today, while Curry is still active for the Warriors, he and the franchise have fallen on tough times without Durant and Klay Thompson. At 11th in the West, 22-22, not even Curry's greatness has been enough for them to keep up with the Western elites. Meanwhile, for Durant, his time with the Warriors seems like an eternity ago now, but his legacy only grows stronger with each passing season.